Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with yet another Reddit story for you. The title of this one is, Am I the Astronaut for Not Babysitting My Newborn Brother? My 16 female stepmom, middle-aged female, had my stepbrother 4 months recently, and I've been paid to babysit him here and there. Okay, she's 16. She's been paid to babysit him here and there. However, yesterday I had planned for a run in the evening. Basically, verbatim, take care of your stepbrother for a bit. I have an important work errand. Stepmom, no, I'm going for a run. Me. You don't have a choice. It's not even that important. My house, my rules. Her. I said no. Me. I just put on headphones again and ignored her after that. Later on, when I was eating with my friends after the run, I got bombarded by my dad for leaving my brother alone the whole evening. Apparently, my stepmom came home to my brother screaming and starving and his diapers full. Okay, what the f***? She said no, and stepmom just left anyway? I argued I didn't know she was actually leaving him behind, and I had planned this run with my friends for a month since one of them is coming from out of town. But they aren't speaking to me or giving me allowances. They said the instructions were given and I should have checked either way before leaving the house. So, am I the astronaut? 1, my friend is visiting me for the first time in a year and I did inform them. 2, no, stepmom does not pay me at all. My grandma and mom passed on this house to my dad. Most of the money my dad gave me is from the inheritance my grandpa left me. I can't access it myself though. My stepmom does not pay for my utilities or anything. Maybe babysitting, and it's usually very little. 3, since everyone kept asking who left first, I went back to check the camera. By the way, I was very excited to see my friend, so I didn't check. So yes, I did leave before my stepmom. Boom. But my stepbrother, entirely my stepmom's son, 22, was at home the whole time. He usually only comes home at midnight and plays games, so I'm going to confront them and him. 4, my dad was home too. He left after both me and my mom left. I thought I heard the TV before I left. What the f***? Hold on. There were 2 other humans in the house? One is a 22-year-old stepbrother, and the other is dad? And no one thought, like, hey, is that a screaming kid? What the hell? Update, I'm too tired to argue with them. They kept bringing up that I was 16 and responsible enough to check every room in the house before leaving and jumping back to say that I'm only 16 and I should listen to the adults. As for my stepbrother, he said he was gaming with his headphones on and couldn't hear anything, and my parents deflected it back by saying that I was the one who was told to get the job done. Either way, I'm not in a position to refuse their orders, so yeah, but I will check on my half-brother the next time I get to leave. I don't have the habit of checking, and I was really excited for the meeting. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they all left the kid behind. Now, there are 2 adults there who one of them maybe didn't know. I don't know what dad was doing. He doesn't have the excuse that the brother has where he had headphones on the whole time and didn't hear anything, which also bullshit, because when you're headphoned up, when you're gaming, you typically have a mic. And unless that mic does not have any kind of monitoring, like, you would hear that through your mic as well. Like, you would hear a kid screaming. So they just left him there the whole time. This whole pack of assholes. Now, for the 16-year-old, she left before her stepmom. It was the stepmom's responsibility to ensure that her child was cared for, right? The whole my house, my rules thing, I get. However, if you say, hey, like, if you need your teenager to watch your kid, it's a conversation like this. Hey, Thursday at this time, would you please do this? Kid says yes. Okay, we'll plan for that. We'll compensate you for that, or whatever. But it's a pre-planned kind of thing. It is not just a, hey, I'm barking this order at you, or it's a, hey, are you okay to watch your sister for the next 30 minutes? It is not a do it, cancel all your other shit. It's happening. So that's up number 1 on stepmom's part for me. She doesn't treat her bonus daughter like a bonus daughter at all. She treats her like Dobby the house elf, which is not cool. Now, dad and stepbrother being there, dad, I'm really pissed at here because I don't know what excuse he has for not being able to hear his own child screaming and shitting himself and starving. What the hell is wrong with this bag of dicks? Yes, this is parentification. It is parentification to give them no choice and to just be like, you're doing this and you're going to sacrifice your social life in the process. You're going to do my job. That's parentification. You're going to do my job. This is on stepmom, but it's also on dad. I'm giving stepbrother the benefit of the doubt because he was headphoned up, which still I call bullshit on. But it's not his job either. It is the parent's job to care for the child. They tried to make it her job, and now they're treating it like she failed at her job. It wasn't her job. And guess what? If the authorities got involved, this would be on stepmom. But the child wasn't abandoned because there were 2 other adults in the house. They just neglected the child. So them all. It is 3 people suck here. I don't believe that OP sucks here. I think OP is NTA here. OP said no. OP said, I have another thing. She said no. She never agreed to do this. She left the house before stepmom did. It's stepmom's job. If you need the help of your kids, like I get it. It takes a village. If you need the help of your kids, they have to agree to it. Also, why would you want a child who doesn't want to watch your child watching your child? That would just lead to disaster, would it not? And OP, not only are you NTA here, but I would start looking at not just this area of your life, but how this family treats you about everything. Because if they can't hold themselves accountable, but they hold you accountable, what else do they have you doing? Are you like on your hands and knees scrubbing floors with like a brush and a bucket? Like what else is happening here where you are being treated unfairly, where you are being treated disrespectfully? And this comes to your dad, who's not advocating for you at all here. He's only agreeing with her because he f***ed up here too. They don't get to hold you responsible. They don't get to. I would be planning to get the out of there as quickly as possible. Quick. Okay, here's one of the top comments. JFC, your family sucks. I'm sorry. They chose to have a kid, but still willingly left the baby alone without making sure that he would be taken care of. Could you have taken care of him? Sure, if you wanted to, but it's still not your responsibility to make sure someone was home before leaving. That's on them, not you. Tell them next time you'll call the cops for knowingly being irresponsible for leaving a newborn alone at home. Should change their tune pretty quick. NTA. OP. My stepmom locked me out of the house now for 2 days when I argued with her last time. The CPS didn't do anything. All that. Keep calling, OP, because every time you call and make a complaint with CPS, it's logged. And eventually, it's going to be logged enough times to where something will happen. Don't give up on that. But you've got, 2 years? I don't know what else is going on, but seriously, if there's more going on, I would be seriously looking at trying to stay somewhere else. Your poor 4-month-old stepbrother. This is the shit that pisses me off. Like helpless kids who can't do anything now. And now this kid is going to have, now this is trauma for the kid. Now the kid's going to have abandonment issues because this time, this traumatic time spent there for hours in a dirty diaper, screaming, crying, starving. That's going to linger for the rest of this kid's life at 4 months. And locking your 16-year-old daughter out of the house? Yeah. And Dad not advocating or protecting her at all through this process. He's 100% ask on one here too. Pushing Cat says this, and this may be helpful. CPS is so overworked, I feel for them. High school teacher here, come tell us. We'll make a report stick. Talk to your teachers at school. Talk to your high school counselor. Talk to somebody. As many people as you can to make sure that this is documented. If not for you, for your 4-month-old brother. My God. If you're in a position where you can listen to your kid cry for hours, get some help. And I'm not talking about people there to help with your child, which you need that too, but I'm talking about talk to somebody. There needs to be a therapy, counseling help there.